So guys, now we will see the arterial supply, venous drainage, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage, applied anatomy, and macroscopic structures and coverings of the testes. So first, before I am going to discuss the coverings and microscopic structure, first I would like to discuss about the arterial supply, venous drainage, and nerve supply. So in this 3D diagram, I will only show you the testicular artery and testicular vein, which are the main blood supply of the testis. So first, I will appreciate the testicular artery, which is the main artery of the testis. So this highlighted structure is the testicular artery or the gonadal artery, so which is the direct branch of the abdominal aorta. So it is the lateral branch of the abdominal aorta. If you can see, this is going going to the testis and arising from the abdominal aorta, lateral margin of the abdominal aorta. Wait, see, it is the abdominal aorta. See, this is its right testicular artery, and here it is the left testicular artery. So testicular artery is the direct branch of the abdominal aorta. So now we will one more branch is there, which is the which supplies the testis, which is the artery to the vas deferens. So vas deferens is a branch of the inferior vesical artery which sometimes supplies the testis, well, which is not showing here. Here in this 3D diagram we will show only the some important arteries, not the small branches. So that is why we can't show you the artery to the vas deferens. So now we will see the venous drainage of the testis. So the testis is supplied by the the testis are drained by the two veins, the right and the left testicular vein, while the right testicular vein directly drain into the vena cava, while the left testicular vein drain into the left renal vein. So wait, I don't know if I don't know if you will appreciate this or not, because the highlighted structure is also in the blue color and the highlighted pen is also in the blue color. So these are the pampiniform plexus of the testis. So here it is the vena cava. Here it is the right testicular vein or right gonadal vein, while the left gonadal vein is arising from the left renal vein. So sorry, this is the left testicular vein which is draining into the left renal vein. Now we will see the lymphatic drainage of the testis. So lymphatic drainage of the testis is drained by the gonadal lymph vessel, which drained into the pre-aortic and para-aortic lymph nodes at the level of L2 vertebra. So see, if you can appreciate the highlighted structure, this is the gonadal lymph vessel which is going above at the level of L2 and drain into the pre-aortic and para-aortic lymph nodes. So this vertebra is the L2 vertebra, and this one was the gonadal lymph vessel. So it is draining into the pre-aortic and para-aortic lymph nodes. So these are the pre-aortic lymph nodes here. So these are the pre-aortic lymph nodes, and these are the para-aortic lymph nodes. So the lymph nodes of the lymphatic drainage of the testis is drained by the lymphatic vessels into pre-aortic and para-aortic lymph nodes at the level of L2 vertebra. The nerve supply of the testis is, it is supplied by the sympathetic fibers from T10 spinal segments. So sorry, which is not showing in this 3D diagram, but they are supplied by the sympathetic fibers from the T10 spinal segments. Now guys, we are looking at the applied anatomy. So there are the two applied anatomy we will discuss here. First one is the varicocele, second one is the hydrocele, and later we can see about tumors of the testis and the torsion of the testis as well. So first I will discuss about these two, the varicocele and the hydrocele. So what are the varicoceles? Varicoceles means the dilation and the tortuosity of the veins of the pampiniform plexus. So see, these are the pampiniform plexus, and in what happens in varicoceles, this pampiniform plexus got dilated. So see, the pampiniform plexus got dilated, as well as they also get tortuous. So because of these two regions, dilation and tortuosity of the vein of a pampiniform plexus, this condition is called varicocele. And another thing, another applied anatomy, we will see the hydrocele. What happened in the varicocele? Varicocele, there is the dilation and the tortuosity of the veins of the pampiniform plexus. But in hydrocele, what happens? There is the accumulation of the fluid in the tunica vaginalis. So see, in normal, the tunica vaginalis is completely attached, but what happen in the hydrocele, there is the accumulation of the fluid in the tunica vaginalis. So this condition is called hydrocele. The other two conditions of the testis are the tumors of the testis. So there are the two types of tumor which can occur in the inside the testis. First one is the seminoma. Semi means word taken from the seminiferous tubules, and noma means cancer. So seminoma means carcinoma of the seminiferous tubules. So these are the this image is of seminoma, that is the carcinoma of the seminiferous tubules, and the second tumor is the teratoma. What is the teratoma? Teratoma is the malignancy, change in the totipotent cell. So if there is any totipotent cell which is converted into the malignant cells, so that condition we call as the teratoma. So this baby is suffering from the teratoma, and this one is the seminoma, that is the carcinoma of the seminiferous tubule. And one more clinical condition is there, that is the testicular torsion. So this is the testicular torsion I am showing you. What happens in this clinical condition? In this clinical condition, there is a rotation of the scrotum around the spermatic cord within the scrotum. So see, this is the spermatic cord. In normal testis, spermatic cord is just lying downward, straight downward. But what happens in testicular torsion? There is the rotation of the testis around the spermatic cord, but it occurs only within the scrotum. So there is, so torsion means rotation. So there is the rotation of the testis inside the scrotum. It commonly affect the young people and children, and which is accompanied by the severe pain. So there is the some clinical conditions are there. What happen in this? There is the loss of cremasteric reflex, horizontal lie. So testis hair lying in the horizontal plane in testicular torsion, and in normal testis they are lying almost straight. And in testicular torsion, it is accompanied by severe pain and swollen and immediate urologic constipulations. So this is all about the applied anatomy of the testis. So one more thing that is remaining here are the coverings. So coverings I would like to discuss by making my own diagram. So I hope guys you like this video. If you like this video, please do comment, share, subscribe my channel if you found this video informative to you, and please share this video to your friends. Thank you so much. I wish you to meet again in my another video. Please do comment so that I can get motivated and make some good videos in simple language.